Hey everyone, welcome back to Sandlex YouTube channel where we break down complex computer science topics into bite-sized explanations. Today we are diving into a hybrid data structure that blends the behavior of both queues and stacks, the Queuestack. So, you probably work with stacks and queues separately. But what happens when you need the features of both? That's where a Queuestack comes in. Let's start with a quick refresher. A stack is a leaf or data structure last in, first out. You push an element onto the top and pop it off from the top. A queue, on the other hand, is FIFO, first in, first out. You enqueue elements at the back and dequeue them from the front. So far, so good. But what if you need both behaviors in one structure? So, what is a Queuestack? A Queuestack is a hybrid structure that allows you to perform stack operations using queues or vice versa. There are two common ways to implement it. First one, implementing a stack using queues, and the second one is implementing a queue using stacks. So let's break this down. To stimulate a stack using queues, you will typically use two queues or one queue with some clever tricks. So in this method, the push operation is costly because we are rearranging the entire queue to maintain stack order. You can also rotate a single queue so that the most recent element comes to the front every time you push. Now let's reverse it. What if we want to implement a queue using stacks? You'll typically use two stacks, one for input and one for output. This approach makes enqueue cheap but dequeue potentially expensive. Only when we move items from the input to the output stack. So, why go through the trouble of using a Queuestack? A few practical scenarios include browser history navigation, backstack forward queue, task scheduling with undo redo, call stack simulation needs restricted environments, interview questions, and algorithm practice. So, when implementing a Queuestack, you are always trading off performance. Choose the method based on the operations you need to optimize. This is a common pattern in coding interviews. A few tips. Clarify constraints before picking your implementations. Name your operation clearly. Enqueue, push, etc. Use Python's dequeue if allowed. Is faster. Practice both directions, stack queue and Queustacks. So, that's it for today. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notification. And drop a comment if you want us to cover other hybrid data structures or interview questions. Thanks for watching and keep building awesome stuff. See you in the next one. Goodbye.